Coming up, we've got highlights of women's and men's lacrosse action from this week. A Keene State field athlete racks up more honors, and the annual Athletics Giving Challenge has exceeded expectations. Those stories and more are coming up on Inside Owl Athletics. Welcome to Inside Owl Athletics. I'm Matt Holderman. The men's lacrosse team is off to a rough start. The team opened the season by losing back-to-back home games. Wednesday, they looked to turn that around on the road at Bates College. Bates had a shot early, but this phenomenal save by KSC goalkeeper Chase Chamberlain kept the Bobcats off the board. 4 minutes in, Joe Nutting makes a spin move around the defender and finds the net for the Owls' first goal. The Bobcats stormed back to take a 10-1 lead by the third quarter. Keene's last hopes came from midfielder Nathan Sickles, who scored here. Less than 2 minutes later, Jordan Cato picked up another goal off of a turnover. But that wasn't enough for an Owl comeback. The Owls fall, 14-4. The team won't be in action again until spring break. They're heading down to sunny Florida for games with New Paltz and Franklin and Marshall. The Keene State women's lacrosse team traveled to Connecticut College on Wednesday afternoon. Despite a strong effort to bring the game back in the second half, the Owls lost to the Camels 12-6. The Camels scored the first 4 goals of the game before senior Erica Chareth got the Owls on the board. Freshman Haley Radijak netted her first career hat trick in the loss. This year's Athletics Giving Challenge has been a huge success. The campaign raised more than $48,000, more than double the goal. The annual Giving Challenge helps teams raise money for equipment, uniforms, travel, and other expenses. Athletic Director Phil Rassicott says all of the teams worked hard for a phenomenal campaign this year.
Our coaches really took this as was a challenge, but we worked together as a team, and so we kind of hit it out of the park. I mean, we set a goal, of kind of a minimum goal of $20,000 to raise in the Giving Challenge. They set the bar for big things in the future.
The final total was $48,661. The cross-country and track teams received a $1,000 bonus from the Fenton family dealerships for being the team with the most increase in dollars raised over last year. In the 2019 challenge, the team raised just $180. This year, it pulled in $4,800. Congratulations to everyone who participated in the challenge, and thanks to all of you who contributed. Triple jump star Ben Musesi is being honored by the Little East Conference for the 3rd time this season. The junior is, once again, the conference field athlete of the week. Musesi earned all New England honors last week in the triple jump after leaping 14.57 meters at the New England D3 Championships. Musesi is also an Owl Athlete of the Week. With that jump at the conference meet, he broke his school triple jump record a 4th time. Musesi is currently ranked 11th in the nation for the triple jump. He's joined by teammate Brandon Castor. The junior is getting his first Athlete of the Week nod following a 7th place performance in the 400-meter dash at the conference meet, along with all New England honors. His 400 time of 51.03 also marks the best performance by anyone in the Little East Conference. Keene State Track and Field has a new head coach for 2020, and she's a familiar face here on campus. That person would be Paige Mills, a former 3-time All-American track and field athlete here at Keene State, who graduated in 2012. She joins us here in studio at this time. Coach Mills, thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot, Matt. I'm so happy to be here.
So, first question I'll ask, of course, you just recently got the new head coaching job here at Keene State. What made you want it?
Yeah, absolutely. So actually coaching at Keene State has always been like a life goal and dream of mine. So I'm from Keene, born and raised, and of course, like any high schooler, you want to go as far away from your hometown as possible for college.
Right.
However, Keene State ended up being like a really smart choice for me. I knew that the athletics program was really strong, and I ended up coming here, and long story short, I had the best experience of my life. Like, I just cannot believe how much I grew and how much I kind of really developed as a person on and off the track here at Keene. I learned to just have a love for my town that I never had had before. And I just always thought in a perfect world to end up back at Keene. My hometown would be the ideal world.
Dream finally came true.
Yeah, it's wild, quite wild.
So it started back in January, and now we're in March. Just after about a month and a half of it, how are you liking the job so far?
I'm loving it. Funny you say that, because it's really wild when you point it out that way, that it hasn't even been 2 months, but
Yeah,
it
right.
feels like I've been here for a year at least, but it's been awesome. Sometimes I feel like a chicken with my head cut off running around trying to figure it all out, but we're making it work, and above all, the athletes that I'm working with, they're awesome. So the group that I inherited, they're the right kids, they're quality, they have great attitudes, and we just got off on the right foot, so it's been awesome.
Right, and how about some of those athletes here on the track and field team at Keene State? Like you said, quality over quantity right now, kind of. You've got Ben Musesi, Jacob Pearl, the Gauthier twins, to just name a few. What's it been like working with all of them so far?
Oh, it's been awesome. I mean, it's so exciting that we have such range, you know, from the distance side to multis and to jumps, that we do have talent. We don't have the numbers, which is what I'm working on, recruiting and really growing our program with the right people. But for the group that we have range, really shows what we're capable of and kind of what we can do, that, you know, we could really grow to be a powerhouse program.
You know, speaking of athletes, like we mentioned at the start, you yourself were a 3-time All-American here. Now working with the athletes, but taking it back to then, like, what was it like being an athlete here on the track and field team?
So my experience here as an athlete is truly why I wanted to coach. I had such a great experience. I grew so much as a runner. Like, if you would have asked high school me, like, do you think you're capable of running a 17-minute 5K and being an All-American, I just never would have thought that would have been in my cards. So to come here and to really grow, like, it's why I wanted to coach. You know, I want to give the athletes like an experience that was better than mine, and that's my overall goal for them.
Sure, and the last question I'll ask is, do you have any plans or future goals for the team headed down the road here?
Yeah, I definitely, like I just mentioned, I really want to become a powerhouse program. So that's really what we're working on. I really want to be a name on the national stage, not just in the LEC, not just here in the Northeast. I know we're capable of that. We've had a history of success. So I just want to keep growing our program with the right people, and I definitely want to become a dynasty team again on the cross-country side of things. So that's really what I'm working for on that side. And overall, I just want them to have a good experience, to grow and to turn out everything that's going on in life and all the distractions, and just kind of work on themselves. And then in terms of plans, a few actually kind of exciting like traditions. I'm going to start cross-country camp, so taking them to the White Mountains. Going to start a tradition for that for preseason when they come on in. We'll go and do some training up there in the mountains and some good team bonding. And then not this summer, but next summer will officially be our first summer camp that we'll be doing. And I'm going to be partnering up with one of my coaching mentors and 3-time Olympian, 25-year American record holder in the mile, Steve Scott. So I had the privilege of working with him out west, and it was just one of the best experiences of my life, getting to coach along Steve Scott. And essentially, I'm like his kind of coaching prodigy. So I feel very lucky for that opportunity, and I'm the only assistant coach that he's ever actually had, because he then went on to retire. But so we're going to team up. He's going to come on out here starting next summer. I think it's going to be a really great opportunity to kind of get the community involved and get, you know, local runners from around New England hopefully to come on in and learn from one of the greats, and it'll be a good time. So those are some plans we have coming our way. And
yeah, sounds like it'll be an amazing opportunity for everyone around here, certainly.
Yeah.
That's awesome to hear. Well, Coach Mills, thanks so much for joining us, and we certainly look forward to seeing what the future holds for Keene State cross country and track.
Thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate it, and I'm so thankful for this opportunity. I think it's so wonderful that Keene State has such a strong media presence, and people like yourself and a whole department designed around growing that field, because it's awesome in sports. You know, it's what we rely on is all that coverage. So thank you so much.
Absolutely, it's what Iowa is all about. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
Track and field and baseball are busy this weekend, and all of that action is on the road. Track and field will be in New York for the ECAC Championships Friday. Baseball travels to Farmingdale State Saturday for a noon game. Sunday, the team is down in New Jersey for a doubleheader with William Patterson. First pitch there is at 11. For scores, stats, and more, check out KeenOwls.com. Again, that's KeenOwls.com. That's all for this week's show. For all of us here at Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Matt Holderman. Thanks for watching.